everybody, and welcome to this channel update for, well, September, I guess. Well, there's a little bit of late August as well. So we're here in Destiny, and really the main emphasis, I guess, in this channel update is going to be chatting about Destiny 2. What's going to be kind of coming to my channel and all that sort of thing, because I have been getting some questions of like, oh, are you going to be playing Destiny 2? And obviously the answer is 100% yes, but I just wanted to, I guess, chat about that, and I thought what could be more appropriate than to actually play some Destiny in the background while we're doing that, because I have not played Destiny in quite some time, and so it'd be nice to jump back in. The reason why I haven't actually played any is because I haven't really wanted to like spoil anything for myself. I guess we'll play Hunter, if that makes sense. So I've not been, or not get oversaturated, shall we say, with a first-person shooter of sorts, or anything like that. Obviously, it probably means we're going to be going in a little bit rough, but that's okay. Okay, I guess we're fine. I'll go pick up some bounties, and then we'll be on our way, I guess. I figure I'll just go to like the Plague Lands or something like that, or do some bounties on some different planets as we go around, as we go through. So Destiny 2 obviously comes out on September the 6th. I'm very excited about it, as I'm sure a lot of you are as well, just to play through, experience the story, to play through the multiplayer stuff, the strikes and raids and all that sort of malarkey. It's a fun game. I don't have like a expectation level of, oh, this is going to be the best game ever, because I know Destiny had its faults, but I loved just playing it, and the kind of day-to-day interaction, and just the jumping in and playing a bit every now and then, and I've missed that since Destiny's gone away, you know, especially once you kind of complete a lot of the story stuff, and you don't really have to worry too much about what's going on and who's where and what and all that malarkey, because you can, I guess, just focus on you know, what's going on in game as such. So yeah, that's cool. But we're here with my hunter. Just gonna collect some of these bounties. See what we've got. Patrol things would be good, I guess. Avoid weapon kills is not really that interesting. Patrol the moon, there we go. Okay, well, there we go, we got one. Definitely worth it. Don't worry about what's in the mail place, by the way. I had a look, it's just some stuff I didn't pick up. Not interesting. Because my inventory's totally full, so because terrible inventory management. But anyway, Destiny 2, very excited about that. Gonna be playing through, obviously all the story content will be on my channel. I'll do just, you know, regular, where we go, not the moon, regular stuff as well, you know, just like patrols every now and then, chatting about stuff as we go through. Just, it's going to be a lot of Destiny stuff, so I apologise if you're not that interested in Destiny. I'm not saying that like every single video ever is going to be Destiny. It's not the case, obviously. I've still got a lot of things I'm playing and a lot of other games I'm excited about, but you know, mostly it's going to be a lot of Destiny on my channel, because I like the game and a lot of people watching really like it, so it's like it's a no-brainer, you know, it's as close to a no-brainer as you get, really. So yeah, just kind of looking forward to it, I guess, and seeing how it goes, and trying out the new weapons. And obviously I pre-ordered it because I was in the beta, although I guess maybe I could have done the open beta, but I did the closed beta, and that was fun. It felt like Destiny, but kind of those little tweaks and things here and there, which was really cool. And also the other cool kind of thing about it is that it's coming to PC, so that's exciting, but I'm very undecided on what I want to do, because okay, what sort of bounty, or not bounty, but are they bounties? They might be called bounties. It's been ages since I played this. It's like, oh, Data Joe has shot everybody for us. Oh, no, not quite. But yeah, I'm undecided on the PC version. Obviously, I'm going controls and see how that enhanced resolution looks before I decide. I'll obviously always have my PlayStation 4, and obviously the PC version comes out after the PlayStation 4, so like a month and a half I think after, so that's always annoying. I would have just played it on PC otherwise. But I don't have too much of an issue with buying the game twice if I really enjoy it, and I really want that 60 frames per second upgrade, because you know, it does make a difference. Like, if it's difficult to explain because there's probably not that many people who are in a situation where they get to make that choice. Okay, so I understand that it's kind of like one of those first world problem situations where you're like, oh god, look at this guy with his, you know, PlayStation Pro and his bloody you know, PC. But you know, I understand. I'm in the minority of people who is ever going to have this problem. Don't worry. And that's why I always feel like a bit of a dick whenever I talk about it. But if I didn't have my channel, I would 100% probably go for the PC version. But because I do, and because I know, like, I want to try and, you know, play stuff with subs and things like that, and probably the vast majority will have it on console rather than PC. That affects my decision there. And what's this? Oh, just temper cloth, okay. And so, yeah, you just kind of think about things a little bit differently, I guess. You know, on the other side of things, on the flip side, because I've got my channel, I want to have the best quality content I can have up. Sorry guys, I just murdered you all there. And obviously being able to record, you know, up to 4K, 60 frames per second on PC is phenomenal. And, you know, really kind of make a difference. Of course, no one flipping watches it in that yet, because most internet connections are not even to that level, and in actual fact I wouldn't record it at that anyway, because my internet connection is not good enough to be able to put up regular content at that kind of level. But oh, nearly. That was like the most pathetic. No, okay, that was pretty pathetic. My little sparrow. Do you like my sparrow, by the way? It's pretty awesome, isn't it? I can't remember where I got it from now. I genuinely can't remember. Yeah, so I've kind of really undecided on that. I mean, you know, obviously you know, in a normal world, if I didn't have this channel and stuff like that, I would pretty much be just playing it on PC. Looking forward to my 60 frames per second and all that, because it does make a difference. When I played Grand Theft Auto 5, I had it on PlayStation 4, and then I tried it out on PC because I wanted to just see what it was like, and it was like in the sale. I didn't get it right at launch, I got it in the sale for like 20 quid or something, and my god, it was like playing a different game. Honestly, I'm not even exaggerating. I couldn't go back and play the PlayStation version, so part of me is a little bit worried about that, because part of me is thinking, oh god, if I can play this 60 frames per second with like keyboard and mouse, am I ever going to want to go back and play with the controller? So I don't know, part of me thinks like, if I try out the beta and it goes to a point whereby I'm like, okay, I have to play it like this at 60 frames per second, and I want to put the content up at that, then I might just play through the story on PlayStation 4 and have all that, and then do that. If they did a thing which allowed you to transfer characters, that would be fantastic, but I'm pretty sure they won't, because sorry dude, it's such a short time period between the two relative to like GTA 5, where they did allow you to do that, because that was like a year, I think, between the two. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a year between the PlayStation 4 and the PC version. It was like a year between the PS3 version and PS4, or Xbox 360 as I played it. So I'm pretty sure they won't do that, but if they did, then that would also influence my decision. So there's lots of things to think about, I guess. Lots and lots of things to think about. But don't worry, whatever happens, there will be a lot of max light level I've got to, which is not bad. You know, and I quite often I like playing lots of different games, but I'm kind of in the mood to really play through Destiny 2 and see where it goes. Oh god, I'm just doing 2 grenades. Some skills showing off there. Let's go shotgun, I think, for a little bit, shall we? But yeah, it's good. So the other thing is, as well, as I kind of vaguely mentioned before, I've got a PlayStation 4 Pro now, which is very exciting. I'm actually kind of recording this as well because I want to test out the fan sounds as well, because basically my PlayStation was on its way out. The fan was making a lot of noise. You may have noticed that in the Destiny beta videos. There was a lot of background fan noise, which I wasn't particularly happy about. Now it's a hot day today, and I've got my windows shut because it's the Notting Hill Carnival going on. This is a bank holiday weekend in August, and I live about 20 minutes away from Notting Hill, so you can hear the steel drums and the party sounds, stuff like that going on in the background, which don't make, I guess, for a great ASMR video. Maybe one day I'll record something like that, but it's not today. Who shoot me? You sons of guns. There we go. That's all the fallen killed anyway. Yeah, so I didn't know why I'm bothering to collect these helium cores. I don't think I'm ever going to play Destiny 1 again after this. Who knows, maybe I will. It'd be cool if, and it disappoints me a little bit the way they haven't done some sort of like crossover between Destiny 1, some event like a week beforehand to get people back into Destiny, you know, to go and just do. I know they're going to focus on Destiny 2, but they could have done something a while ago and then not installed it, I guess, till now, or not patched it in until now. So I'm kind of a little bit disappointed about that. I was hoping there was going to be something. I was hoping maybe they would maybe just be like, okay, that's this week, every single legendary is available if you want it, if you can afford it. So all those people who've maybe trying to get one for the last couple of weeks, they can just play around with the weapons they never had and do stuff like that, and just a celebration of, what's going on. But I guess maybe they're just like, well, we still make money off Destiny, people might still buy it, so we don't want to change it. That'd be really sad if that's the case. I imagine what's more likely is it's just a case of them going, well, we're focusing everything on Destiny, and we don't have any time on Destiny 2. Sorry, we don't have any time to do anything with Destiny 1, which I understand. They want to make sure it's a perfect product, or as perfect as they can make it before releasing it on there. So I understand. I don't know if Destiny 2, by the way, has any special enhancements with the PlayStation 4 Pro. I don't think it does. But the reason why I got a Pro, because I was saying before that my PlayStation 4 was on its way out, and so I wanted to get a new PlayStation, and I was like, okay, I could get the Slim. It's nice and quiet. It'll be fantastic for ASMR and stuff like that. But I was like, okay, you got the PlayStation 4 Pro. That's kind of like the future-proofing, if you like, until the PlayStation 5 or whatever comes out. I don't have a 4K TV or monitor, and I don't have HDR. So, in a way, you could turn around and go, well, you're a flipping idiot then, aren't you? Because what's the point? But the point for me was, I do intend to get an HDR TV and monitor, or monitor rather. It's just that at the minute, because I want to get a monitor, not a TV, for obvious reasons, because they're better. Sure, they're not bigger, but they're better. It's not the size, sometimes doesn't matter, guys, remember that. But they're super expensive at the minute. They're like £1,000, so I want to kind of wait until we see that price drop next year and then pick one up. So I'm kind of future-proofing myself. The other thing is that you can't record on any capture cards in 4K or HDR. So even if I did get that, you would still be seeing the same images, and I would probably still be playing at the same aspect, not aspect resolution. Well, no, yeah, it would be resolution, because I don't know if I don't think it would wouldn't allow me to play in 4K but record in 1080p. If it did, that would be cool. I don't know if it does, because obviously all the capture cards at the minute were kind of like 4K consoles, if you like. I'm sure when the Xbox One releases, Xbox One X, we will see 4K capture cards come out, but I would imagine they're going to be super, super expensive. At the minute, a top-of-the-line capture card, similar to the one I've got, will cost you between £120 to £150, and that's a lot of money. I'd imagine a 4K one would probably be at least £250, something like that, and that's a lot of money. In some ways, I don't know how. In some ways, I think on the next generation of consoles, I wouldn't be surprised if they just do away with kind of capture cards and just have everything in on your console for you to capture and stuff like that, because they know how important it is for people to do stuff like that. But also, don't underestimate how good capture cards are compared to stuff which is integrated into your console, because the ability to be able to adjust sound levels on things on the fly and actually get in picture stream and be able to put overlays and stuff like that is obviously super, super useful. So bear that in mind. By the way, I don't know why I'm just going around rinsing these guys. It's just fun to shoot things, isn't it? Everybody knows that. So that's, I guess, the Destiny 2 news. So don't worry, lots and lots of stuff coming on Destiny 2. I mean, sure, if the game comes out and it's a total turkey and it's 5 or 6 out of 10 and it's got loads of problems and all that malarkey, I'll play through the story 100%, you'll see all that. But whether or not I do a lot of content after that, we'd have to wait and see. I don't think it will, but you never know. You never know. I like this gun as well. What is it? It's the I always forget the name of it because I got it fairly recently. I don't even think I've upgraded it. No, I haven't. The Kovastov 7GOX. Oh, he's got a really fancy name too. Why is it saying they're all around me? It's like in Alien. They do that. Where are they? Everywhere. Get away from me, thralls. I'm interested in your jobs. So what else is coming to the channel? Well, it may already be up depending on when I post this, but XCOM 2 War of the Chosen. I have been gagging to get back in and play some sort of real-time strategy game, and I love XCOM 2, I love XCOM 1, I love the original XCOM, and the War of the Chosen update seems, well, comprehensive is probably the word I would use. It seems like there's a lot of content. In fact, they're charging £35 for it, so to be fair, XCOM DLC is never cheap, but £35 is certainly the most expensive DLC I think I've ever brought. When it can't just be called almost a standalone game. But yeah, so definitely going to be playing XCOM 2, and I want to do something where I have other people from YouTube as my soldiers, so other channel creators, and maybe even some subs as well, if people are interested in that, as the soldiers in my XCOM unit. So that should hopefully add an added dimension to it. Hey guys. But yeah, I'm just super excited. I know that's not going to be anything close to a short playthrough, so I appreciate that. But it's one of those ones where it's I just love playing it, and I can play it for hours at a time. I really can. And that one will be interesting in terms of episode length, because as you get going through the game, certain missions can take a long time to play through, an hour upwards. So you might see some very long episodes come out for that as well. I don't know, some people have been kind of asking for longer episodes on things, stuff like that. It makes it difficult to upload, so I'll probably try and go for 2 episodes a week of XCOM to begin with, and then it might go down to 1 if the episode times go up to a really high amount, but it might not. It depends on how much I enjoy playing. I feel like XCOM's quite good in a way because you can often jump in at a certain point. I thought he took one for the team there. I thought he took the bow for his wizard. Yeah, it's such a good game, and I'm not, by the way, the greatest XCOM player, so I will be inviting all sorts of backseating and stuff like that from people because that is always welcome in my mind. Obviously, people always have to bear in mind whenever they backseat anybody on YouTube that quite often people don't often record like a bunch of episodes at a time, and then you might be 2 or 3 episodes behind. We done there, good. So yeah, but that should be cool. And really, I think they're the only 2 things in September that I've kind of got my eye on. I can't remember what's coming. I think most other things are October. Kind of like big games, and I've kind of spoken about those sort of things. But we will, I guess, see what comes out, because that's the other thing. Sometimes like things shift and like release dates shift, and something comes out which I wasn't quite ready for. Like say like a Tacoma, for example, where I was like, I'd had an eye on this, but I was umming and erring whether to do like any videos on it, and then I did, and I fell in love with the game completely. And it was a very short series. It was 4 videos, but it was so good. I loved it so much. It's just super cool. And yeah, so I don't think I've got too much coming up there. As terms of what's still going on the channel, we are as ever approaching episode 100 of Skyrim. Interesting things happening in there. I think I've got some plans for episode 100 of what I want to do, so kind of keep an eye out there. Why are you guys being so rude? Hi, you're dead. What are these wolf scavengers? Not seen these guys before. Not going to see them again either, are we? But I want to actually get out of here, to be honest. That's right. You thought I wouldn't make that jump, didn't ya? So I'm just going to follow my beacon out. I won't make that jump. We'll shoot our way out. This has been fun though. I'm so looking forward to Destiny 2. It's unreal. And I think the PlayStation 4 Pro has actually been fairly quiet for this duration. I've got some ideas if it does get a bit noisy of what I can do. But as I said, my old PlayStation was so loud. The fan was dying. I'd had it pretty much I brought it about 2 or 3 months after launch. I brought PlayStation 4. That broke within about 6 weeks. Unbelievably, the disk drive broke. It just wouldn't eject discs. So I sent it back, and within a couple of weeks they sent me a new one. And then I've had that one ever since. So I've had it for 3 years maybe. Yay, I'm out. So yeah, it was due time for an upgrade. And the PlayStation 4 Pro is nice, like just from a quality of life point of view. Like the menus and things like that are so quick and smooth that it just makes life a lot nicer. And if you ever wonder about, I don't want to switch over because I've got everything saved on my hard drive and stuff like that, well, you just connect up an Ethernet cable between the 2 machines and it transfers over. I had like 95 gigabytes and it did it in like 30 minutes. And obviously that's not internet dependent, that's just a straight transfer. So yeah, I recommend it if you are worried about that sort of thing. It's not bad at all. So ongoing series, Bioshock Infinite's going to be finishing soon, I think. Not a huge amount left on that, which is fine. I've enjoyed that. Mass Effect still got a while to go. What I'll probably do with that is, once I finish Mass Effect, I'll take a little break, maybe like a month, and then go into Mass Effect 2, I think. might even play it on like PlayStation rather than PC. Depends on what sort of stuff you get with the PlayStation 4 version and stuff like that. Obviously it's nice on PC because I can play like it at 2K resolution, record at that, and it's 60 frames per second, and record at that. So from a recording point of view, it's really nice. But PlayStation is obviously like a better community, shall we say, for like console games, which I would think they are. I thought there were people around here. And what else is ongoing? We've got my fantasy football, which is going terribly, as I thought it would do. Not the series, my actual fantasy football team, but it's fun to just chat about football matches and stuff like that, and I just enjoy doing it. And frankly, it's a really easy video to make, and it's a really quick upload, and you know, all those things combined are just like, it's never a drag to make. I enjoy chatting about football, always have done, it's always been a passion. And yeah, so I'm not going to say it's the greatest content I ever make in terms of what I input, but I don't know, it's kind of fun for me, and that's what YouTube has to be about nowadays, because God knows no one's making any bloody money off it. I saw this guy in the shadow down there, that was pretty cool. Yeah, ironically, I said this in a tweet, but so I did that video on like demonetization, and I was like, you know, things are going to get tough for people as they go, and you know, I'm fine because this isn't my job or anything, but people who are going to struggle. And my revenue's gone up by like a third ever since I made that video, and I don't know why. So that's nice, I guess. Yeah, a bit weird, and it's all YouTube Red, by the way. So thank you for those who have gone for YouTube Red. You know, I think people who go for it often don't think about the impact it actually has on creators, but really, if the future is YouTube Red, then YouTube will be fine. If the future is not YouTube Red, then it might struggle a little bit. But I talked about it in the video anyway. If you want to watch it, you can do. And trying to think what else we've got going. This fantasy football. I stopped Yonder. I was playing through Yonder. I stopped playing through that because I kind of said that I might only do a few videos on it. It was interesting and relaxing. I liked it, but I just really honestly felt like I had way too many series going on at one time. I still do. I still want to reduce it, so it might be a case of me finishing some series and then not replacing it with another, and just more content of other stuff, because sometimes I feel like I've just got spread myself a bit too thin, if that makes sense. But yeah, Knights of the Old Republic still ongoing as well, still loving that. I've got some ideas of what I might replace that with when that comes to an end, which won't really be that soon. I'd imagine I think I'm maybe around about 50% of the way through that, but I'm on like episode 20, so you know, bear that in mind. And Sherlock Holmes as well. I still love playing through that game so much. It's such a cool game. Ethan Hunt, isn't he in Mission Impossible? That's a high quality joke there for you, everybody. Yeah, Sherlock, love playing. I'm going to go and play through The Devil's Daughter after that. I own that, so that's a definite. Even though I know it might not be quite as good or anything like that, but I want to, and I think Sherlock Sundays are a bit of a thing now, so I kind of like that, Sherlock Sundays, and it's something a bit different as well, which is cool. I like it. I like it a lot, and yeah, I want to kind of do maybe some more kind of mystery type games and things like that afterwards as well. I kind of like that genre, and so far I think I've actually done okay in Sherlock as well. There's been one, I think, where I didn't really feel like I had the correct person in the end, but certainly the last one I did I was very happy with. Do you know what? Destiny, it still looks good, doesn't it? After all these years, it still looks really good. Okay, we actually should probably do this mission, and then I'll probably finish up. So yeah, just things like that coming along, I guess, as well. And I'm going to do a series chatting about stuff that's going on and things like that, because it's really interesting and cool. And God knows I love Game of Thrones. I did say I was going to do something like each week, but it just became too much to do. So I'm just going to do one for like the end of the season, which will kind of actually be a return to a type of vlog which I haven't done in a while. So I'll have to set all that up and do that, but that'll be cool. I haven't watched the season finale yet as I record this, but being in England, we get it on like a Monday night ish. I mean, we get it like all day on a Monday, but yeah, typically it's on a Monday night, because you guys in America get it like early morning for us Sunday, and then you can either like record that. It does show live, but obviously we're in bed, or you can record that and watch it on Monday, or just watch the repeat Monday night. But yeah, so I'm going to do a video on that, I guess, as we go through. And I think that's kind of about it. There's lots of other interesting things coming up and going on. One thing I will say is I'd like to do a series on, and I've said this before, the Stick of Truth, the South Park Stick of Truth, because for me the original one was absolutely hilarious. Obviously if you're not a South Park fan, don't bother watching it, because it is just kind of like South Park, the series. But one thing I was kind of worried about was like, because I know the game is edgy as heck, like it really, like there are boundaries it crosses, and I was a bit worried, like, my YouTube standing and stuff like that might be affected if I do this. I don't know what's going on. It's not going to get monetized. And now I'm like, oh hell, it ain't going to get monetized, but I am totally fine with that because nothing's getting monetized, so it just doesn't even make a difference. In some ways, not that I rely on money, but it's a relief in some ways, because when nothing you do, when money doesn't matter about anything you do, you're free to do what you want, rather than do what makes you money. So I'd always said that I felt money was the worst thing that ever happened to YouTube in a way, because it took away from it was the best and worst. It enabled high quality content to come along and people to make a living doing the thing they love, which is fantastic. I'd never take that away from anybody. But on the other hand, it also created this side of things where people kind of go along and take they kind of take the piss, one of a better word, and do clickbaity stuff, or just blatantly lie and cheat and do horrible general things. And then there's also things like the YouTube drama, quotation marks, not really actually any sort of drama, is it? But there you go. And it's just kind of a seedier, nastier side sometimes comes along when money gets involved. I never want to see any content creators not get paid for what they do, but I do feel like it's nicer perhaps when people are getting paid for things like watch time rather than clicks and things like that, which, to be fair, I think YouTube does for the most part, but also crowdfunding as a whole is just a much better way of doing things, because then the real fans, people who like your content and what you're doing, they can support you, rather than people just blatantly doing things for clicks and views. But that's my view on it, I guess. The fantastic thing about something like YouTube, in a way, or kind of what YouTube used to be, was that you would be able to, it was freedom of speech almost, where I can disagree with something, but at the end of the day, they have as much right to do the things they do and say what they do as anybody else. Perhaps that time's coming to an end. I don't know. Well, that was a bloody good ultimate, wasn't it? I never had a YouTube channel when Destiny 1 came out, but I wish I did. mission complete. You guys can die, and then we're going back and finishing up. I think it's been nice to jump back into Destiny, albeit on a rather easy level, I guess. But yeah, it's nice. I do like this game a lot. But there we go. I guess that would pretty much be the end of this channel update. It was more just to kind of say, hey, yeah, Destiny 2 is going to be here. I'll try and get videos up on the day, but obviously things can happen. I don't know when it's going to actually unlock and release here. If it might be like a midnight thing, because everybody just goes by bloody American times for everything, and it pisses me off. There are other parts of the world out there. I'm looking at you, Blizzard. But yeah, I guess we'll see. But yeah, till then, guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, it has ever been my pleasure, and I'll see you. Well, hopefully I'll see you in Destiny 2. See ya.